Hey guys, how are you? Happy Monday. Listen, I know the struggle is real. I know that we don't always want to work out. In fact, sometimes you don't want to work out at all in a whole week. Sometimes it's just every once in a while. Sometimes it's like one specific workout that you're like, I just can't even today. It's just not going to work. It happens to all of us. Don't beat yourself up for it, because even the fittest people on the planet, of course that's being me, it happens to everybody. It doesn't matter how fit you are, how experienced you are, or how new you are. There's always going to be a time when you just don't want to work out. It just happens. So before I even get started, please don't think that you're alone on those days when you just don't want to. Because it's not you. It's not just you. It happens to every single person who works out. So right then and there, if you sit there and you're like, I don't want to work out today, but I bet Teresa's working out today, and you start putting yourself down for that, it's not conducive to anything. There's no good that comes out of comparing yourself to somebody else. Trust me. I don't want to always work out. Sean T doesn't always want to work out. Jillian Michaels doesn't always want to work out. It just happens. It is what it is. That first step is always the hardest part. That first, that as soon as you press play and you have to get there, just pressing play is oftentimes the hardest part of a workout. So if you do work out consistently, I need you to pat yourself on the back. If you worked out even once last week, pat yourself on the back. If you worked out today, pat yourself on the back, because just getting started is oftentimes all we need to do to get through the day, and some people don't even do that. So the fact that you are here, you do work out, even if it's not as consistently as you would like, I'm here to help you with that, and congratulations on at least making it a start, okay? So I'm just going to give you guys a couple of tips on how to stay motivated, because this morning, sorry for the lighting by the way, it's really gloomy outside and I'm trying to face a window. It's just about as good of a light as I can get. Maybe if I move over here, you won't get that glare in my glasses, because I don't want to do the video like this the whole time, because that's just weird and awkward. You know what? Let's just move all the way over here. There, I'm on the floor if you can't tell. Oh, that's a little better. The lighting isn't all that great, but you're not gonna get it anyway. All right, I'm just gonna use my my sofa as a seat. It's just easier for me to do it on the floor. Sometimes you just want to do it on the floor. Anyway, okay, so this morning, the reason I want to talk to you guys about this is because this morning I woke up and I did not want to work out. In fact, when I went to bed last night, I went to bed knowing I did not want to wake up this morning to work out. Whoa, that made no sense. I went to bed knowing I did not want to work out this morning. I wanted to wake up. Trust me, I really wanted to wake up. Yay, I woke up. But I didn't want to do my workout because I saw my schedule and it said leg day on it. And I'm in the second week of my program, and when I did leg day last Tuesday, I honest to goodness thought I was gonna cry at the end of it. And I did not want to do that that workout again. I was like, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It hurt to walk up the stairs, and it made me cry. Hi, Belinda. So the fact that I had to do it on a Monday, who schedules leg day on a Monday? I need to prepare for this. I need to at least do one more fun workout before I do leg day. So I woke up thinking, I really don't want to do this workout today. And I dreaded it the whole morning. When I was dropping off my son at school on the walk back, I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this workout. And when I got home, I'm like, well, maybe I just won't do it today. But I got my workout clothes on and I drank my pre-workout, and all of a sudden that sucker kicked in and I was like, okay, it's do or die. I need to do this workout. I still don't want to do this workout. So I had to reach into my toolbox. I had to grab a bunch of tools. So I have a chia seed stuck in my teeth. I had to grab a few tools out of my tool chest in order for me to get through this workout. So I'm going to pass a few of those things over to you. And one of them I just mentioned. If you want just an easy way to just get that workout done and over with, drink a pre-workout, because I hate wasting a pre-workout. When I drink a pre-workout, I know that that's it. I'm not going to waste it just by sitting around and I'm going to feel like, oh my God, I got to go work out. I got to do something. So I drink a pre-workout, and that kind of makes me accountable to working out. So I made sure that I had my pre-workout because I knew this had to happen. But one of the things I kept in mind was consistency over motivation. I say this all the time to my clients. I don't care if you're motivated or not, just stay consistent. And that is really important because motivation will not last. Motivation comes and goes. I always say it's like a hot guy, a hot boyfriend who you know isn't boyfriend material, but he's like the bad boy and you kind of want to date him anyway, but you know he's going to break your heart. That's motivation. That is totally motivation because it's going to stick around for a little while. It's going to feel real good when you're in it. But then just as quickly as you're in it, you're going to get out of it. And he might come back a few more times over the course of however long it is that you're doing this goal for. But he ain't going to stick around. He is not husband material. It's just not going to work. Consistency is husband material. And even more so, consistency is going to get you to your goals, not motivation. You want motivation to get you started. You want motivation to be there during the hard times. And I'll get to that in a moment. But consistency is where you're going to see change. And on days when I'm really not feeling motivated, I think I need to be consistent. I just started my workout plan last week, my new program. I did 5 days of it last week and it was great. I'm not going to just stop on week 2, day 1, just because it's leg day. It's not going to happen. So I went into consistency mode. I said, I don't care how I feel. I really don't. I didn't feel like doing that workout, but I don't care how I feel. I care about my results. I care about the fact that the only reason I don't want to do this workout is because it's hard. It's just hard. That's all. There's nothing else to it. And if I get it done and over with, I looked at leg day for week 3. I don't have to do it again until next Friday. So I don't have to do it again for well over like a week and a half. So if I just get this done and out of the way, I'm good until next Friday. Like that's not bad, right? So just get it done and over with. Who cares what I feel like doing? What's going to get me closer to my goal? So for me, you kind of have to have that like sit yourself down and have a chat with yourself. Do you know what I mean? Just say, screw motivation. No, I don't feel like doing it today, but it's Monday and I have a personal rule, never miss a Monday. So I'm going to do this and I don't care about how I feel. I might not want to do it at the beginning or even while I'm in it or even when I finish it up. But when I'm done and I'm done for a week and a half. So consistency over motivation. Another one is bribery. I'm not above bribing myself or giving myself a reward for getting the job done. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get that dang workout in. You got to do it. Now, I actually did something today that I would rather you not do, but I did it in a healthy way, so it's kind of okay, but I'd rather you not. I would say that if you're going to bribe yourself or you're going to give yourself a reward, make sure it's a non-food related reward because you're not a dog and you don't need a treat for doing something like getting your workout in. However, I really love my breakfast and I always have a smoothie bowl. If you're following me, you've seen my smoothie bowl pictures. I love them. I have it for breakfast. I look forward to it. It's like having dessert for breakfast. And I remembered more than I bribed myself. I just remembered I don't have breakfast until I work out. So the sooner I work out, the sooner I get to have my breakfast. So it's not really reward or bribery. It's just a reminder that if I do A, B will happen. And so I'm like, ooh, yeah, I really want to do that. So part of me, like, when I was doing my 5 millionth lunge with like 30-pound weights, I thought, oh, my smoothie bowl, it's gonna taste oh so sweet and even sweeter today because I really, I earned that. Like I really gave it my all. But you can bribe yourself. Bribe yourself with a non-food related reward. It could be anything. It could be, when I finish this workout, I am going to give myself I'm going to go on and get a pedicure at lunchtime. If I get this workout in, I am going to allow myself 30 minutes to read my favorite fiction novel, or I'm going to watch my favorite YouTube video, or if I get this workout in, it can be anything that gives you joy that has nothing to do with food. So I'm going to have a glass of wine when I'm done. No. Non-food related. Maybe it could be, if I do this, I'm going to give myself $20 to spend at Sephora. Like, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go on the Sephora website and I'm going to order something. Or maybe you've had a book in mind and you say, if I get this workout done, I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm going to order that same day shipping. It's going to come to me like tomorrow or that day or whatever. Give yourself a reward to get through that. A reward that I use, that an old friend of mine mentioned to me when I first started running, and at Christmas time, she gave me a little bottle of Lush shower gel. And she said, other than the fact that this thing smells really good, she was passing down something that she used. And she says, when I really don't feel like going for a run, she's a big runner. She's like, when I don't feel like going for a run, or I know that it's going to be a particularly hard run, maybe it's a long run, what I do is I have a special bottle of shower gel that I save. And I tell myself, if I do this run, I get to have that nice shower when I'm done with this really nice shower gel that she saves specifically for those occasions. It's not once a week she does it. She only saves it for particularly hard workouts. And so she was passing down her knowledge with me, and she gave me this cool little shower gel from Lush, which is not something that I normally do. I don't buy myself stuff from Lush, but I love Lush. So the fact that I had this tiny little thing of shower gel, I decided to do that as well. And it's really effective. It is really effective. So even just having a small luxury shower gel that when you're sweaty and you're in it and you don't want to be there, you can, because who doesn't love a nice shower, right? You can remind yourself, oh my God, okay, you know what? This is it. When I am done this, I'm going to reward myself with like the best products I have in my shower. Maybe you want to start building up a collection of your favorite luxury products that you only use when you get through one of these workouts or you get through a hard day. And that is real self-care there. You're allowing yourself to just use these products you probably wouldn't spend maybe on a full bottle or whatever any other time, but you use these just for those days to help you through it. Sometimes something as small as that, it's going to help you get through your workout. Another one is to contact a friend for accountability. Do you have a friend who also works out? Maybe she doesn't need the accountability for that day, but she can help you to stay accountable. So what you can do is you can send her a text and say, listen, I'm on the struggle bus this morning. I do not want to do this workout. I just want to crawl back into bed and I'm done. Can you do me a favor? And in 1 hour or 30 minutes or however long it is, in 1 hour, can you please send me a text and ask me for like a sweaty selfie or a workout update? And maybe you need to go further. Maybe you can say, if I don't send you that, I owe you $20, or I owe you a coffee when I see you next time, or I owe you dinner. You might want to amp it up because coffee's not a big deal. You'd probably buy her coffee anyway, but maybe it's dinner at the restaurant of her choice. Sometimes you just need that accountability from a friend. So contact a friend for accountability and up the ante. Put some skin in the game and say, I will owe you dinner if I do not send you a sweaty selfie, or I do not send you a text that said I did my workout. All right? Now, maybe you don't have friends who give a crap about the fact that you exercise, or maybe you're just a little bit ahead of them and they'd rather you not work out because it makes them feel better if you're not working out, right? Other than the fact that you probably want to get better friends, we don't always have those people in our lives. You don't always have those people in your lives. So having an accountability group is a really great way to do that. And that's what helps me is when I really don't want to do something like today, I still knew that I had to check in with my accountability group. Not only do I have a group of people who we all check in with our workouts daily, I freaking lead that group. So for me as their leader, not to check in makes me look bad. And it's another great thing about coaching is it has kept me the most accountable to my fitness and my nutrition than ever. Who knows if I'd still be here today if I wasn't, if I wasn't a coach and leading these groups. Probably would be, but my results wouldn't have stayed the same. And so if you find an accountability group, find it a community where you can make sure that you are checking in daily. Or on a day like this, you go in there right away and say, listen, I am, just as you would with a friend, you say, I'm on the struggle bus this morning. I really don't want to work out. Can somebody please tag me if they don't hear from me in 60 minutes with my progress or a sweaty account, a sweaty post-workout pic or something like that. So having that community who can help you to keep you accountable is really, really helpful. And I know it's been really helpful to me. Another tip, keep the end result in mind. And this is where making sure that you've got a powerful reason for doing what it is you're doing comes into play. Because if you're like, oh, I just want to, have a six-pack for the summer, but maybe your goals were not realistic and you're like, oh, I'm 8 weeks out from my next vacation and I don't see any six-pack yet, your motivation might not be there. So if you can have a deep-seated why, like why does it matter to you that you have a six-pack, or why does it matter to you that you're working out and eating right? Who cares? You need to know that. You need to know why that's important for you. So that on days like today, when I really didn't want to do leg day, I had to dig deep and ask myself, why? Why am I here? Why am I even wanting to do this? And I could answer that. I could answer the fact that I want to make sure that I am healthy and happy for life, that I don't end up falling over and fracturing my hip and wind up in a hospital when I'm 80 years old, and that's probably the end of me. I want to make sure that I have strength in my bones and my muscles and my joints, and I have balance and flexibility, and that I'm like a sassy old woman who's chasing men down the street with her cane. That's who I want to be, with a margarita in one hand. That's who I want to be. I want to be that person, right? I have to keep that end result in mind and know that if I'm not going to do leg day today, the hard stuff today, what's that going to mean down the road when something even harder happens? Because trust me, there are things harder than leg day. I know it sounds crazy, but there is. So keep your end result in mind. If you're sitting there going, God, I really don't want to do this, catapult yourself 10, 20 years down the road and think 2 questions to yourself. What will happen to me if I don't work out and I just decide to give up when it's hard? What's my life going to be like in 10, 20 years' time? And then ask yourself, what's it going to be like if I keep going and I keep doing what I say I'm going to do? How is my life going to be different? Sometimes you need to see the crappy part to realize, oh yeah, that's what I don't want. So I'm going to go do this workout that I really don't want to do. Another thing, and this is my last resort. It really is my last resort. Because I'm not telling you to kill yourself and work out like 6-7 days a week at all. I want you to be consistent. I want you to be realistic. I want you to keep your goals in mind. But there are some days when it's just literally not going to happen if you do that workout. And that's happened to me a few times where I thought, you know what, right now, and I've gone through all the bribery and the consistency and checking in and all of this stuff. And I still thought to myself, it is just not gonna happen today. I just cannot fathom doing that workout today. So what I'll do is I'll just do another workout. Maybe it's a short workout. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's 20 minutes of plyo. Or maybe, and this is what I'll do, I know I just need to move my body. So I will choose something that maybe I wouldn't normally do, but that is fun. So I'm not really into dance workouts, but they make me laugh because I'm so uncoordinated. So usually I will pick a short, like 30-minute dance workout, and I'll just do that. I might not work up a huge sweat or, swing some super heavy weights, but I'm still moving, I'm still getting my heart rate up, and I'm having a good time. So when in doubt, if any of this stuff fails, just do a different workout and don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it, okay? And of course, if you're sick or if you're in pain or whatever, and you're thinking you need to work out because you should, you need to listen to your body and not work out. There are days when I just decided not to work out. But if you decide that even after all of that, you still don't want to move your body and you just want to sit on the couch and watch Netflix all freaking day, just don't worry about it. Just do it, but tell yourself, I'm taking today off. I am going to work out tomorrow. And then you follow contacting a friend, contacting your accountability group. If you have a coach, if I'm your coach, contact me and say, I am working out tomorrow. If you do not see my, if you do not get an update from me by say noon or whenever you plan on working out, please bug me. Because you need to have that comeback date in mind. Because research has shown if you just decide I'm not going to work out today and you don't know when you're going to work out next, you're not going to work out. And that's when that slippery slope of consistency falls off. But if you say, okay, you know what, I just decided I'm not going to do it today and I'm not going to beat myself up over it, which you shouldn't. I'm not going to feel guilty over it, which you shouldn't. But I'm going to work out tomorrow at this time and this is the workout I'm going to do. And maybe it's not the workout that you were going to do today. Just skip it. Do not try to make, I have so many clients who say, I did not work out today. I'm going to double up tomorrow or I'm just going to do it on Saturday. Girlfriend, just don't. Stop. Because I find that when people do that, they're stuck in a mindset of failure. That if I do not do this workout this week, then everything, like I failed or I won't get the results that I want. Trust me, if you did not do like a 30 to 60 minute workout today and you're going to double up tomorrow and you're going to work out for twice as long, that's not going to help you with your goals. In fact, it's actually going to make it worse because it's going to stress out your body too much. If you don't work out today, you don't do that in there. If you want to do it on Saturday, go for it. But don't worry about it. It's not going to screw up your results. This is life that you're living. And in life, we miss workouts. It happens. Don't beat yourself up. Just move on. Whatever workout you're supposed to do on Tuesday, do it on Tuesday. Like, do that workout. Don't worry about Monday. If you've missed a whole week, then you might want to go back and you might want to restart that week. But if you're just missing one day, do not double up. Don't worry about trying to catch up. Just continue. You're still going to get amazing results. So that is what I have for you. I know that I have to pull out a lot of these almost on all leg days and on other days as well. But, this is what I do. These are the things. I don't do all of them. I usually pick and choose a bunch. Like today, I chose, I say it was a bribery or reward, but it was something I was going to do anyway. And I just remembered how good breakfast feels when I'm done. And I thought about that. And I also thought about, the fact that I, as a leader, need to check into my accountability groups and consistency over motivation. There was no reason for me to not work out today. I had the time. My son's in school. I had all the time in the world for me to do it, to rest as often as I needed to. There was no other reason other than the fact that leg day is a hard day. And I can do hard things, and so can you. All right. I am done for today. I hope this was helpful. If you found this helpful as well, please share this with your friends. If you have a question, you can put it in the comments. Even on the replay, I will be answering your questions and comments. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday. All right, bye.